He said, "Why?" He said, "Why you like this?" I swear to God.
Oh my gosh!
Like I'm just trying.
I mean, at least get all this out of the way first.
He said,
It's okay.
he
It's
said,
okay.
"Oh my God." He said,
Michi is with surprise.
Okay, we are actually finally live. Like
Yeah.
anyone listening in, hi guys. This is the Hubcast pre-show. So for about 30 minutes, while we make sure that everyone's like here and all hyped up,
Yeah.
we will just be doing like some warm up talking,
Well,
getting
man,
all like he says like.
I'm just gonna
laughing
say
and-
that. I'm just gonna say that both Hisa and Kaza are holding me hostage and making me work. Please call the police. Thank you. This is Nan.
Screw you.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
No,
but yeah, everyone, hi. So yeah, in about 30 minutes or so, we
Oh
will
my
be
God.
doing our show.
Michi just came in to say 911.
Yo, hi, oh, he's saying.
Yep, there.
Now I can say the story. But okay. So Ivy had to also interview me for his school project, and when he tried to interview me, I ended up laughing every time he spoke. So it took us 15 minutes to get through like the first question. Then I just laughed so much to the point that he had to go to his music concert and then come back a couple hours later to restart it.
Oh dear. Wait, why were you laughing so hard though? Like, why were you in hysterics?
I
Was it
don't
something
know.
you said?
No, just hear. No, I don't know. When you hear your friend sound serious, sometimes it just sounds so funny that you just die.
I see. Hey Nan, have you done like the audio balancing for all of us yet?
No, because like she's screaming.
Yes.
Like, is anyone gonna like? Can someone help out? Also, she keeps occasionally dying, and I'm like way too close to my microphone.
Yeah. Might be a good idea to try and like.
I'm gonna say to everyone that I did my goddamn best. All right, everything that's happening now is out of my fucking control. It hasn't even started yet.
It's starting.
If she
don't die.
if she dies like this, like I'm not even gonna feel bad.
Oh no! No! Oh, my stomach!
Hisekii, make sure you've got like enough like water like to go before the show.
Okay. I'm coming, maybe.
Wow.
I'm crying.
What's she laughing about?
I don't know.
About now?
I don't know why.
Oh,
I'm just laughing. I don't know why. Oh, my stomach hurts. Okay.
Good girl.
Oh, did I give Nick the wrong link? I'm sorry, Nick. I think I was just randomly spasmic. Oh.
Wait, is Nick supposed to be online listening? Yeah.
No. I was supposed to send her the link to the Twitch podcast, and then I sent her the wrong link.
What link did you give her? Like
I don't know. I probably was trying to like poop it out of somewhere, and it came out the wrong end.
Oh boy. You link the right one to your readers, or you give Nick the what? Oh dear. Yeah, but guys, if you have any like questions for the audience Q&A bit, we are taking them, so feel free.
We take them throughout the entire podcast, so don't be afraid to ask any questions. Oh my God.
Come at me, baby.
Oh my God, no. I could feel her saying something like that. I was like, oh God, what have I done?
I hope she linked the right link to the webcomic.
No. The Discord one is correct because that's how I got here. Because I didn't remember where the link was, so I had to click the one in my Discord.
Okay. So yeah, just remember. And then you typed out one for Neg, right?
Yeah, I typed one for Neg, and then
oops.
Yeah, it didn't come out right.
The oops intensified. Is Jeff? Who Jeff?
Wait.
He's named Jeff?
Is it Jeffers? Which Jeff? Wait, okay, I don't know. Oh, unless it's I don't know who Jeff is.
Oh, okay. Well, seems to know here's our anyway.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Let me message him.
That should be all the setup. That should be all the setup for
I'm
now.
okay. I'm okay now. I'm not dying. I did ended up crying though, so.
Jeff from Hisekii's Discord. Oh yeah. Oh god. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Audio balancing everyone is not what I have to be doing.
Okay,
God.
yeah, he said to be speaking and
He says always
and
speaking.
screaming and
Yeah. It's gonna be really.
You might have to lower
I'm just.
me quite a bit.
I mean, it's not that easy because like when you talk really quiet for someone who screams so loud.
Oh yeah. I have a really quiet talking voice, but then I start picking.
yeah. I mean, when you scream, it's probably best like step back a little bit so that it balances out.
Why do I have his on
I will try.
on 100? Why do
Oh,
I have?
Leon's here.
Why do I have what do you call it? His set on 181% for me. It's like a
Yeah, like, what the hell? Yeah, so she was supposed to wake you up and she ended up being late. What on?
I know, right? Oni, you hold Oni. You're supposed to be my support. How are you supposed to support me if you're late?
Okay. I need you to not scream for like 10 seconds so that I can figure out what I'm doing. I just need you to not scream. Okay, now talk. Don't scream. Talk. I swear to God. Okay, that's loud enough. Kaza, can you say some shit?
Some shit, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're way too loud. Okay, try again.
Yeah, probably because I'm quite close to the mic.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. As long as I can balance around you, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Wait.
later.
So, Nan, are you an omelet? Because you're making me excited.
You know, I have a disturbing amount of respect for the fact that you just made a dad joke. I didn't expect this of myself. I didn't expect to be the person saying this, but that was actually
What
really
joke?
Good. Just like, are you an omelet? Because you're making me excited. Fuck you.
Oh my word! Are we gonna have dad jokes throughout the whole the podcast today?
Oh god, I think at this point it's fine. It's okay. Everything's okay.
Okay, it's okay. Cause do you play soccer? Because you're a keeper.
Oh
hey,
my
god. You know what? I really do love like those pickup lines. Like we should address them in the cast as well. Like how like whether they filter into the writing too. Scramble you around his day. Got me all feeling all mixed up and.
I'm sorry, dang! I didn't mean to give you the wrong link. And I was right, but I was half dead techie. Ooh.
Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. Just a fair warning. Any one of you listening, and I guess if you've already you can already tell. I mean, Hisei's talking voice is all right normally. When she gets really hyper and excited, we have to like try and balance her, or you might want to be careful if you're using headphones and the like.
I did sleep. Okay.
Oh, you did?
Oh my god.
I did sleep. I did sleep because I was drawing my toilet all night, and then as soon as I posted it, I knocked out.
You were drawing your toilet, as in like you were drawing the toilet comic, right? Not your actual like physical toilet.
Yeah,
the thing is, right, like when it comes to Hisei at this point, I think both of those answers are true. She was sitting in her bathroom drawing her physical toilet while thinking about the comic about a toilet, which is
How do you draw when you're in the toilet unless you've got an iPad Pro?
I mean, she can
can just like
to use an old Jurassic Park trope. Drawings find a way everywhere, anywhere.
Oh dear Lord!
That is an image you're strapped with till the end of time.
Well, unless you just like rip out your toilet and bring it to you on your desk, or you have a porta potty, or like those kid potty thingies. Like, you know, sometimes when you draw, you just don't want to stand up. You know, that's why it's a good thing girls have pads. We pretty much have portable diapers.
Mhm.
No, that is not. That isn't how this works. I wanna. I just. Kaza, help me. I can't be the one refuting this.
What's this?
Did
Oh,
you
dear.
not hear a
I mean-
single thing she said just now?
Because I was trying to make sense of it, so I wasn't sure.
She literally just said you use. You know what? I'm not even gonna.
He's
The proper interview starts in like what? In like 15
20
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah, like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So y'all need to like not at me about this as I figure out what's going on.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Pray for Nan. Pray for his boobs.
Yeah.
See, I had like a good stock of pictures. I'm halfway to just not showing you now.
We are actually for those of you who are listening, we are actually gonna Hisei, like, you know, compare boobs.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think for us you might have to post it in the pod staffers
Yeah, I
chat
will
because
do
I
that.
mean
I will do that. I'm trying, like, what I'm trying to do now is trying to like let it work properly with Twitch and like Discord and like going through all that. Because to send it, I need to use a different app. Don't worry about it.
Please you on me. Please you hero, I'll smack you both.
Oh my god.
when I said prepare notes, I didn't mean to make cheesy. It didn't mean make cheesy lines. Oh well. Oh well.
She tried.
Wait.
That's okay. It worked out in the end, didn't it?
Do you know when people say the boobs are lies? Say no, they're filled with a man's hopes and dreams. I'm like, yeah, I've seen that line before.
No, Curry's sleeping right now.
No, there's no barking here either. We've both got dogs. The only thing that's going on is the smell of my mom making pancakes, and I'm like,
Work.
yeah, I haven't had my breakfast yet. I might end up like, depending on how this goes, like my mom might just end up bringing me pancakes, and I'll have to just snack while they are still warm. Because screw everything. Like I'm not eating cold pancakes. Also, they smell really savory for some reason. Like I'm pretty sure that there's more being cooked besides just the pancakes. Like maybe bacon or something.
I've never put like anything savory in a pancake. I feel like that just changes the whole.
Not even like if it's pancakes with maple syrup and bacon. Oh, my sister's making cheesecake for me. I know the pain. Oh yeah, Michi. Like, why is she making cheesecake for you?
It's her birthday. It's Michi's birthday. Happy birthday, Michi.
Ah, happy birthday!
Birthday to you.
Why do you sound like
Happy
She say, "Oh my goodness! Oh god!" Oh my gosh!
Stop doing
so we have.
Jesus.
Oh, so we have a grandma on stream.
I am in pain. My heart is in pain. Everything's in pain.
That is your fucking fault. Like,
Your back is in pain too, maybe. Come
that is your fucking fault. Like, I do not feel bad for you for shit.
I was able to sing Michi a happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good accomplishment in my life. Now I can go sleep. Good night.
What? You are not sleeping. We're not done yet.
Oh my god.
Cheesecake though, like I mean, any specific cheesecake? Is it like the baked kind or the chilled kind, or like? Because some people really can't eat the chilled kind because it's a bit too like cheesy and dense. But then the baked kinds are like just right.
But actually, I also prefer cheesecake because I don't really like regular cake because it's so too sugary, and then it give me a headache, and I'm like, oh no. So I prefer cheesecake just because it's a lot more mild and not so like sugar mommy.
I think some like chocolate cakes don't feel very sugary depending on how they are. Like maybe it's quite a nice like chocolate sponge that is just enough like chocolate to not be too much for the chocolate like people who can't have too much of it, but then it's not too sugary either. Oh, and it goes really great like when we turn it into a tiramisu sometimes. Like she'll make the sponge and then I'll make the rest of the tiramisu.
I want everyone to understand this is the most fun she ever has talking about food.
Me?
Yes, you. Yes.
I curated a food column at university. Like, you can't not expect me to.
I love food as much as you do. Goddamn.
Yeah, pretty much. Key lime cheesecake. That's a really nice one. So nice. It's really refreshing. It cuts through all like.
I love everyone coming in here going, "Oh,
Ah.
they're talking about serious tropes in romance," and stuff. No, we're talking about cake, guys. I'm not. This is nowhere. This is not a criticism. This is just a point I want to make.
Yeah. So the thing is, right? Asian cakes. I mean, even like cheesecake. There's a Japanese variant which is like the fluffy, spongy kind. Oh, my mom makes a lot of that too. So. This where does this even start? So we say 6 p.m. but it includes this pre-show thing just to get everyone like
We give everyone a
settled
minute,
in and
get a
happy.
drink.
Situated.
Yeah, get a drink.
Yeah,
chill out.
time to
Some
time
people
to
just
like. I mean,
yeah.
some people end up coming late, so that's why we say 6 p.m. and then that includes that. And then from 6 p.m. 6:30 is about pre-show, so people can like mill around with people in the chat, like get warmed up, and then 6:30 is the proper interviews and stuff like that. I think rice-related cakes, not sponge cakes. Oh dear, that's the savory kind of cake. Damn. Although mochi is considered a bit of a cake, isn't it? Like cakey kind of thing.
Cakes reminds me of Boobs.
What? Jiggly cake?
Oh, wait,
Oh,
did you say
because,
jiggly?
you
Oh my
know-
God.
Because they're filled with hopes and dreams, just like Boobs.
Oh my God, why is she like?
Yeah,
that?
you know
That
other
was
fluffy
funny.
foods I really like? The fluff, like the fluffy omelets. I mean, anyone who watched Shokugeki no Soma, like there's a fluffy omelet in one of the one of the episodes.
Yeah.
It's supposedly French, but I don't know. It's just too mofu for me to think it's French. Like it might even be something that the Japanese just took and ran with it.
Oh, omurice is good. I can cook omurice. I love omurice.
I don't know
Oh,
why
I
I failed
always-
at cooking omurice all 23 times I tried. Every single time
Not
I
even-
somehow mess up. The first time I messed up the rice, like the 12th time I think I messed up eggs
The
somehow.
omu.
Yeah.
You know, one time I tried to flip the omurice and I smacked my face.
What?
No, because you know when you tried to flip the thing into the air, but my face was above the air and it smacked my face and I was like, ugh! And then it fell. And then my dog ate it.
So the egg actually landed on your face like in a comic.
Yeah, because you know you tried to flip the thing into the air and then I was like, wee! And then it just smacked my face instead.
Oh my word. I can
Like-
imagine if you
Oh my
he
dog
say
ate
flipping
it.
pancakes is gonna be like quite hilarious too, I imagine.
Oh! Have you done pancake art? It was really fun.
Pancake art? Oh, I'm it's really hard for I mean, I think I haven't got the means to do it. My mom is the pancake maker in this house.
You should do
I
it.
should.
It is
Mm.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, see now I'm really,
Because-
really hungry. Mom's just finished a batch of pancakes. I need to go and get a plate. Make sure I have them in front of me, so otherwise I would go hangry during the podcast.
Oh my
Let me-
God.
Oh yeah, Mitch's birthday. I'm gonna dinner. I don't know, man. Oh,
I want to ask how Omichi is becoming, but then a lady never tells. So
Everyone knows Michi is just the right age at all times of her life.
hey, oh that's clever. Michi is turning 69. That's a clever one.
That is. Finally, she can change
it
68%
always
to.
ages.
Oh my God.
68% so.
I wanted to be
Oh,
honest, this
just
whole
give me a
time I
moment.
was just like checking to see if like the amount of pictures I had was perfect.
Okay.
It's like 5.
Then you
All
take
the
over.
pictures.
Then you take over
You
some
know-
talking first while I go and check on food.
Do I what? With a who?
Yay.
Check over some of the take over some of the talking while I go and check on food.
Oh yeah, I got this. This is my job.
Food.
Oh my God. Okay, by the way, every time you say something in chat, I promise I will permit as many of them as possible because you guys aren't terrible people. I hope.
Michi, Michi. I don't know. You get to that certain age where you just forget how old you are. That's the same. I'm actually the same age as Michi.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Holy crap. That's actually I did not expect that.
I know. Everyone thinks I'm 12.
No, I don't think you're 12. I thought you were like 25.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, like you have that voice, you have that sound of someone who's reached that age that's just like, at this point, I give no more fucks.
No, it's just no. The thing is, everyone thinks I'm 12 if you see me in real life because I kind of look very young. Very young. I look like a fetus. I am a legit fetus. And see, Oni said I sound like a fetus too.
Please
I
don't.
am a fetus child.
Jesus Christ.
Like I sound 12 and I look 12. It's just even my looks. I look 12. So my mom's coworker, she was just like, "Oh, your daughter, is she turning 12?" And then she was like, "No, she's like around that time." I was like 19. So a couple years afterwards, my mom's coworker came back and then she was like, "Oh, is your daughter turning 14?" And my mom's like, "Oh my God, congrats! You finally look 2 years older." And I was like, "Yeah, 14."
This is progress. This is how progress happens. God damn it.
You know, right?
Oh gosh. These
Oh yeah,
pancakes are
serious.
heaven.
Like serious. You don't know the number of times that we've had. So the number there's been like 4 individual times where someone was supposed to make it to the podcast at 6 p.m. PST, and someone I don't know what her name is anymore, but someone always is usually came late. Or I always sometimes I start early, and it's just because like so PST and PDT are 2 different times when you compare them to GMT, and I'm never prepared. Like I'm just like PST. Oh, I'll go on Google. Oh, that's 1. No, in this current time zone, it's 2. You twat.
Oh
Well,
dear.
I'm PST, so it's totally fine for me. So I have no problem whatsoever.
I'm
Oh
I'm GMT +8, so
Thank you for following. Who are you? And Ives, thank you so much, guys, for following the podcast.
oh Ivy followed. Yay!
Yeah, it's always lovely to see new people. Have new followers.
Hey, I feel you. You
Yeah,
have
I
like
don't
the
get that.
cousins that are younger than you, and then they're like so tall, and you're like, "What happened?
I'm that cousin.
What happened?"
I'm that cousin, and no one, and I think it doesn't really help when like, so I went to see my cousin recently, that lives like really close to me, and his kids thought that I was older than their dad, which isn't helping me because their dad's 40. So I walked in and I was just like,
do you look like really older now?
So the average age I get told I look like every time people meet me is something between 27 and 31.
Which is nowhere close to your age, right?
I mean, at this point, I think everyone should just know that I'm between 18 and 35. If you can guess my age, I'll give you like a free Steam game, and I'll even fucking donate to your Patreon $15 if you're a comic creator.
I'm gonna guess you're younger than I am, but then
Maybe.
again, I'm turning 26 next month, so.
Yeah. Someone asked me what year are you? Like first year.
Man, you're one of those tall people that us short people want to kick you in the shin.
Dude, like it's not my fault that you are that close to hell. All right, don't at me though. Like, jeez.
No, we want to kick you because you don't want to cut off some of your height for us, and just like you selfish hoe.
Gosh.
I don't share.
So I mean, this guy's guessing your age right now on stream.
Yeah, I know. I noticed they're all guessing. I'm gonna tell Oni, I have 1 degree from working so much that I had the equivalent of a degree. So I just had to do an exam. I'll just tell you that. It doesn't tell you anything. Also, I'm just gonna say for the people who actually know me, which I know there are a couple of them in the chat. If you're not allowed to guess my age. Just gonna say that. You're not allowed to guess my age because you actually know me, and that's fucking cheating. Talking to you, Scarlett.
Oh boy.
GG.
WP.
So that means Scarlett already typed down your age?
Mm-hmm.
No one. I'm gonna be honest. No one's even come close. I mean, no, that's a lie. They have, but no one's been like 100%.
Actually, on the
then you're gonna gonna be 23. We're gonna be the same age. Now I'm gonna call you Nen.
I am the age of a potato. I'm not gonna lie. With Hirotaro saying that, I'm at a point where I want to just agree with Hiro and just take that and just
Call him daddy. Oh god, Neon.
God. The past like 3 weeks has because for some reason my name got changed in all the Discord servers I'm on and stuff. And lately, people have been saying I'm the dad of the friendship group. So the past couple of weeks, all I've been getting is people just going, Dad, Dad, Dad. God damn.
So was your
Wait,
father
have you
an
just-
alien? Because
why
there's
did you just-
nothing like you on Earth.
Why don't you just take a leaf out of Kratos' book and just go on going,
Boy, fetch me my... Boy, we are taking your mother's ashes to the top of the mountain, and we shall spread them, so that she may rest in peace.
Oh dear Lord.
I do not trust stairs, because they're always up to something.
Oh yeah, have you seen that video of him like
I watched the
dad
whole
jokes?
thing. It was so
It's brilliant. Yeah, X like this guy from Picardo who is also a really good illustrator. He sent me that link because
God.
he was really into God of War when it came out, and
It's
he knows
such a
I like
good
my stupid dad jokes.
It's such a good game. I should also tell everyone who doesn't understand where that's from. It's from the hit video game Dad of Boy. Now, if you haven't played Dad of Boy, that's your fault. Dad of Boy. It's Dad of Boy. Okay. It's from
That's a good game. I played that. It was a really good game.
It has like a couple of problems for me, but like those problems are basically nothing. It's still an amazing game. I think I did like 2 runs of it.
I think
Yeah,
I have
no
like a
spoilers.
Serious, I'm
No
just gonna
spoilers,
say that boy is 13.
No,
You better
don't.
watch what you're saying about the boy. Just saying. This
I
is
think-
for serious
I think
only.
a lot of like these like Let's Players. My friend said she'd been watching Let's Plays of it, and they all went from like I have a son to don't you touch my son kind of like throughout the course.
God,
of the game.
he becomes an okay. Look, like this isn't really a spoiler. I mean, I want to say something, but it's not here, and everyone hasn't played it. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, what's going on in the chat now?
So like, Sirius said some shady shit, and I just reminded Sirius that the boy in God of War is like 13. So like, watch it. Watch it. I love how
my gosh.
someone just dropped an emoji and it just flew across the screen. I didn't even notice.
How does that work?
So basically, I think
For a moment, I thought that was a bug on my screen,
No.
and I felt like a
So
mini
basically,
heart
I think-
attack to muscle, cause it hit bugs. It hit bugs. I thought that was a bug. It was like I was about to scream because I feel the soul in my heart just pop out of my mouth. No,
I think the
I'm
more
really
kappas
scared
you
of-
do, the more it comes on the screen. I don't remember how it works.
Oh
though.
my god, no guys.
I don't really know.
No guys. You know.
boy.
Yeah.
Every
legit-
time I'm on like call with friends and a bug pops up, I would like scream out of the room and just leave the computer and sleep with my mom.
Yeah,
I was like,
Yeah,
"Look,
Shadow. Yeah,
there's a
Shadow. The
bug."
title's pretty decent. Is it because
we got about a minute to go, by the way, guys.
yeah,
so,
we've
I mean,
literally got a
soon we
minute.
have to-
I need to get.
Oh,
the talking
wait, it's
points
6:30 though.
up. So Kaz,
Yeah, no.
I'm just gonna remind you, Kaz,
Yes?
you're in charge of chat because I cannot read it while I'm trying to
Oh,
corral.
No, that's fine.
his
I'll
wait, let me finish one more story. So the reason why I'm scared of bugs, there was this girl at school. She like stuffed a bunch of bugs into a jar, like hundreds of ants, spiders, ladybugs, and all sorts of things, all in this jar, and then she stuffed it down my shirts. So I do know what it feels like to have ants in your pants.
Oh my god. He's sick.
He said, "Why do you like this?" I swear to God. All I want.
No,
at least
I didn't even start that interview. I'm gonna start
He said, so that our boob section doesn't take too long. I'm just gonna let you know there are only 3 boob pictures.
Okay.
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 Okay, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's okay. Your boobs count too. I can feel them through the call.
I think we can start like I think I start like playing the intro song first, and then you can cue me in when to formally start the show.
Yeah, I accidentally pressed a button, and I think I just transitioned the screen on and transitioned it off. So like, that's there forever.
Oh my word!
Okay, give me a second while I figure out where the song is.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Hello and welcome everyone to the Webcomics Hubcast episode 10 with Hisekii. I'm also joined here by my co-host Kaza. Say hi, Kaza.
Hey, hi. It's your girl Kaza, and I'll be helping to moderate the show because I fully expect Nen and Hisei to go off the rails and hyper happy about it. But we're excited to be here, and we hope you look forward to it.
Yeah. And Hisei, Hisei, you still there?
Hisei, what you like?
Yes. I was just waiting for when they come in. I was like, do I come in? Do I come in now?
You come in now. You come in.
Introduce me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hisei. Yes, Hisei. Why did you say a few? Why did you say a few words for the audience?
Hello, I am Hisekii. I believe in boob equality. That all boobs of all sizes are equal and loved, whether they're small boobs, big boobs, man boobs, or female boobs. May all boobs live in peace.
She has a dream, like
I have a dream.
That Martin Luther King Jr. style, but yeah, really, it's a meme review. But yeah, so we are going to be looking at like we're going to be talking to Hisei about like all things webcomic. I mean, particularly about main one, Echo. But then we're also going to be looking at other things, like some of this other side comics she's done, and talking about what's on everyone's mind, the contest as well. So look forward to it. Nen, would you like to give us a quick intro about Echo for those who haven't actually read it?
Okay, so Echo is about a world in which there is a hierarchy based on people who can control sound, and they have their own individual hierarchy, and in silence, people who cannot control or make their own sounds. It's relatively it's very interesting. I just keep thinking about like different sections of it as I'm talking, but it's about a world in which, oh my crap, what am I looking for? I'm looking through my notes and I got lost. Shit.
Dear Lord, Nan, come on, get with the program.
Covering what? Crap.
No. We've read it. It's just like, I mean, sometimes because it's quite a bit too for us to remember it. Yeah. I mean, it takes a while to think of it. So basically, two factions, Echoes and the Silence are pretty much like one of them is like mistreating the other. Like they're the minority, aren't they? So bottom of the barrel. Yeah. Kind of thing.
Like literally that. I just sent you what happened to my notes. Goddamn. One sec.
Good.
Yeah, it's mostly because the world is based off of power and strength. Strength is like the highest authority in this world. So since Silence can't fight back against Echoes, Echoes rule over them.
Yeah, so obviously like this, I mean, sets up like the really ripe situation for conflict and
Yeah.
people fighting back against the system, what have you, and other people who are trying to oppress like and push their agendas and stuff. Let's actually start like with I mean, so let's start this like interview with quite like with a few like things about yourself first that he say. We want to know if there is like anything you enjoy watching or reading that has influenced like the stories and the art that you make.
I guess the biggest thing would be like Gintama is like my biggest influence
I can really
because
see that.
I really like how it can go into like a comedic scene to like a very serious storyline. So that's something what I want to get with my story. Also, then the wait in the bit thing is still on.
Oh crap.
The what?
Yeah.
Oh, live in a bit. Damn it, Nan.
Look,
Nan for
all right.
everything.
My notes just got deleted, and I went crazy. All right, there was a moment of fear. It's back now. Everything's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
All
okay.
right.
Calm down, Nan. Calm down, Nan.
I need
Shh,
to.
shh, it's over. It's over.
Damn it.
It's okay. It's okay.
You do 10 of
It's
these.
Hold my
Sorry.
hand.
Yeah, you do 10 of these and
Hold
nothing.
my hand.
changes.
It's okay. Shh. Shh. It's okay, Nan. It's okay.
When your guest is trying to calm you down, Nan, this is not supposed to.
I
really
breathe
calm
and
the
it's
guest
not
down.
coming in. No, but
No,
I
breathe. Breathe in.
I really see
No,
the
no, he has his
Gintama
notes
vibe.
now.
Mostly because like
Yeah.
I just finished
I have
binge
a
watching
lot.
Gintama, so like I'm seeing everywhere.
I have like a huge collection of the Gintama manga. I actually collect figurines, and
Yeah.
I have a Gintoki Boob mouse pad, and so I can touch his boobies.
Oh
Oh.
my gosh! Like, how long have you been watching Dama?
Yeah.
I've actually been watching Gintama since I was really small, so it's been with me for
So,
a
like,
long time.
Would you?
It's close to my heart.
Yeah, the art in Gintama is pretty cool, and I'm like, so. But what about your art style? It's quite different from the Gintama art style, actually.
Oh,
What did you learn? What did you learn?
actually,
About art? How did you get your style the way it is?
Actually, I mostly randomly picked it up through friends, actually, because I tend to watch a lot of friends do streams. So
Yeah.
I picked up a lot of techniques through my friends.
Oh,
So actually I don't really have people like an artist I look up to and pick up a style from or anything like that,
Mm.
or even any shows. I just kind of like develop the styles through the friends around me, and then I really poop out my art to the greatest extent of constipation.
oh my god, why are you like this?
So I mean, how long have you been drawing for? Like, I mean, like starting to take art seriously. I mean, or do you like?
Yes,
like, do you remember like since? Oh gosh, yeah. So how long has it been since you started taking art a bit more seriously and regularly?
I guess freshman year of high school, mostly because some artists that I look up to joined was in RP groups, and now I was like, yo, I want to join too. So yo, I'll go into this, and yo, I spent so much time doing this.
So you had a lot of OC making and stuff. So that's how you cut your teeth in like making characters and the like. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I just ended up drawing a lot of characters from then on,
Oh, fair
and
enough.
developing my characters more because of the RP.
So, and what got you from
I see.
like drawing your OCs and drawing your characters and stuff to going, I want to make comics with this? I mean, it seems simple, but I'm assuming your story is never that simple.
Oh, well, actually, I was really skeptical of doing comics because I always thought that you need a certain like level of art to do comics, so
Yeah.
I was very scared to. But one of my friends, Momo, she was doing a comic and she inspired me to try it out, so I ended up going for it. So yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. It's like would you? I'm gonna say this from as someone who went through it. Like your art style gets, and even with your new comic as well, your art style like it doesn't change massively, but in a subtle way, it also gets very much better. And like, would you say you've come quite far with your art style, like over time, or would you say like, oh, it's always been like this and nothing has changed?
I don't know. I always like doing weird faces and like. Actually, one of my friends, his name is Jay. He tends to draw a lot of weird faces, and it started to pick me up into drawing weird faces too.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing my signature face that you see on my icon face right now, it's actually
Because of the
inspired by
friend.
my friend
Mm.
because he tends to draw similar faces. So I like, and I just ended up picking up the way how to draw the faces like this.
So it's like
Actually,
exaggerated expressions are all because of your friend, yeah? Oh,
actually,
hey Gao.
yeah, it's because my style really is influenced a lot by my friends because I just spend a lot of time drawing with friends, hanging out, watching them draw,
Yeah.
and so I just pick. It's just like glued to me.
Yes.
Glued to me, like.
Yeah, surrounding yourself with lots of artists and like developing a style like that. It's quite an interesting way to get your art style. Most people I know are either formally trained or like they have to have someone like show them show them the basics.
way.
Yeah, show them the way. Oh my god, why are you like this? Show them the basics
Well,
and then
I mean-
like go from there. So it's pretty cool. Like that's how you got it. Like most people wouldn't think that's how you'd learn. But like so since that's how you learn, then what do you use to draw? Where did you start getting your setup and stuff? Tell me.
She uses boobs to draw,
Oh
I
my
think.
god, I just see her mouth.
Yeah. Oh, I just used an Intuos and bamboo for the longest time until last year when I bought an Uki screen.
The UG like monitor tablets, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, then it became a lot easier to draw after I got the screen. So I go zoom.
Oh, I can imagine like lining is just so much easier when you've got like a screen in front of you. I mean, don't get me
Indeed.
wrong, I mean, it's
Indeed.
yeah,
like,
and then so I want to know like your process of making an episode, like so start to finish, like roughly what do you do at each point, and like how long does it take with each stage? Give or take.
Well, I have the entire story outlined already from the beginning to the end.
Ooh, wow.
I actually just need to do the scripting, like the specific scripting for each part.
Mm-hmm.
So first I just do scripting, and then I do storyboard. My storyboard is pretty much drawing circles everywhere to know where the characters are, and then I go directly to line art
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really sketch.
Oh yeah.
So
I
very much
mostly
like
I just draw. I
Yeah.
just draw it on the thing. So you just see circles everywhere, just so I know where the character placement is,
Mm-hmm.
and or like the perspective-ish kind of.
what's that?
But
Every
yeah,
every
I
chapter
just-
is what, like an hour, 2 hours to draw, or like a week, 2 weeks to draw?
Probably a lot longer than you expect, then. Like
Yeah.
drawing
Uh,
is much more.
No. It's like, I don't know, if you think about it, 50 to 80 hours maybe.
Every chapter?
Mm.
Fair enough. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you try to combine it all at once, because most times when I have to update a chapter, I stay up 3 days and sleep about 4 hours, and then stay up another 3 days until I'm able to finish it.
Oh my word!
I
But
feel
why
you
is
so
it? Is it
much.
easier for you? Is it easier for you to like work if you've got that like extra like pressure push towards the end or something?
Oh no, it's usually I tend to be very busy because I work and I go to school, so
Yeah.
I don't have that much time to draw otherwise.
Oh yeah, we're doing full-time stuff and also school. Like I take my hats off. I think I remember Michi was also like doing full-time study as well when we had her on there. So it was
Yeah,
quite like,
I really
how do
feel
people do this?
Exactly. I really feel you, because I'm also doing that right now. Like especially when you're doing when the job that you more or less do on the side is like freelance and really hard to maintain. Yeah. So
No,
like,
there.
yeah.
I actually do an office job, and it's full time.
Oh,
Oh wow!
damn. Nice job. Bills paid.
Well, at least an office job. I mean, it's pretty much like you sit. I mean, you're not like physically moving around too much. I would hope so. I mean, but it's still mentally taxing sometimes.
Still in pain.
Ah.
Oh my god.
What would you think is the hardest part of making a comic then, for you personally?
I guess girls. I hate drawing girls.
What?
I want everyone to understand
You
that she
love
just
boobs,
spent an hour talking about boobs. She then goes, you know what? I hate drawing girls. I really have a disdain for that.
Girls are so hard to draw.
Don't
They're
give me your
so
excuses.
curvy.
What do you mean boobs are hard to draw?
No, not boobs.
I don't
they're
know.
just-
I don't know. Okay, if you look at my gallery before Echo, all I drew was guys, because one of the main reasons why I started drawing is because I want to draw hot guys to look at.
So you mean draw your own reverse harem? Is that pretty much it?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's like no. Just because I like boobs doesn't mean I like drawing it. There is a distinct difference. It's like if you like flan, just because you like flan doesn't mean you like making it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just like I like the end product, but the process is horrible.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah's Dream just said, girls are fun to draw, but damn it, clothing, must you smite me like this? And I do agree, pretty much, like, clothing just throws everything else out of the window.
I love Ivy's comment. Ivy literally just went, no, don't just draw boys. Draw boys with titties.
I mean, Leroy for Jenkins now following. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I mean, we have time for one last question about like it was a pre-question before we jump into stuff about Echo. So let's see what we want to. Yeah. So which one? I mean, do you want to pick one to ask?
I want to go for the last one. Why are you doing 2 webcomics at once?
Oh, I'm actually doing 4.
Yes, I know, but I wanted to say 2 because it sounds less scary.
No, because I'm still gonna try to continue Echo for the contest, even though the contest is going on. Then I'm also doing the toilet one.
Yeah.
Then I'm also doing a prequel Echo series for the contest, and I'm doing another contest for the slice for the what's it called, the drama-ish area. No, not Tapis, but it's just like the drama section of the contest.
Oh, okay, you're doing 2 entries. Shit.
Oh my word!
I'm doing 4 entries.
Wait,
but
okay.
Because I'm gonna resubmit Echo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do another Echo series for the contest.
Yeah.
I'm doing the toilet one.
Yeah.
And I'm doing another one that is called, the name of this one that's not gonna come out yet, but the name of it is called Call Me Daddy.
Oh dear.
You see,
so she's trying to hit multiple categories.
Then what happens to Internet Idol Boyfriend? Which I'm not gonna lie, I really like that one.
Really? I don't know. Actually, I only pooped that out. That was only supposed to be poop. It was my constipated poop.
I read all 5 chapters in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
I was like, I really like this.
Wait.
Let's do it again.
Okay, let me tell you the story behind this. It's mostly for stress relief, but the thing is, how the story came up is because a lot of my friends, they were making fun of like having like boyfriend at the end of the name of comics and stuff. So I was like, I don't have a comic that has a boyfriend name in it. I'll make one.
Wow.
So Michi knows about the boyfriend thingy. So now I have my own boyfriend comic, even though it wasn't supposed to be a serious comic, and I only pooped it out with like my whole constipated life.
It was so ridiculous when I started, because I read it and it was kind of like a good day to be a dog. I thought it was gonna be a very different comic from what it turned out to be. I opened it, I was like, oh, okay then, cool. Let's keep going.
The thing is though, at least like, making friends on the internet and then suddenly, getting chemistry and all. I think most of us can relate to like our internet friendships a lot, especially we hear like on this webcomics community. So
yeah,
I mean, that's probably why it probably like it appeals to a lot of people, I suppose. Should we start looking at like should we start talking Echo? Like because we've spent like a good amount of time just going on this. Okay, I want to know like how you came up with this like concept about like all this like sound
because like the general theme is not because that I was like, oh, okay, I get this. And then what really got me was like the actual like powers that you use to invoke the hierarchy in society. It's different is the best way to put it, because like I didn't know what else. Oh my god, everyone! I'd never seen anything executed like that. It was quite interesting for me.
Because if you've got like the 2 different like factions and some powers, that kind of thing has been done in a lot of comics. But like, then the sound thing,
it's quite unique and very nice seller. Even though it doesn't seem like a lot, it just, it does open up a lot of storytelling elements. So what was your reason? Tell me. What happened?
How'd you get that? I thought it was really cool. Like, well, in one of my Q&As, I talked about how it's just like, it's really cool how sound is able to like freeze water.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, and then I ended up going on a splurge of like what other things can sound do. It's like there was sound levitating other things, which got my idea of how like a lot of the characters like boosts themselves into the sky with sound because of like the force of the vibrations, like pushes them up.
Yeah, indeed. That is completely logical.
And then I was just thinking of so many other ways. Like I feel like since sound is pretty much like an instrument, while like echoes are like the instrument players they're manipulating the sound like they're playing an instrument. They're able to like change the frequency and like up the sound. It's just like how you like ascend in like in orchestra, or like when you descend make it quieter.
Yeah.
So I'm actually echoes are kind of like instrumental players, like musicians.
Okay. Yeah. It's like how many changes you go through to get to this, or is this just like first idea, first take?
Oh, I wrote a lot of different ways. It went through a lot of rough drafts.
Can you tell me some of them?
But then wait, no, that would be a spoiler. But we will get more into the echo sides of their powers later into the story. That's why I've been actually trying to rush through the story right now, because I really wanted to. Right now, we're still in the intro arc.
Yeah.
Wow.
After a whole year, we're only in the intro arc. Because right now, we're only in chapter 3 in my actual script.
Yeah.
And we're on actually a chapter, I don't know, 27 updates or something like that. And I'm only in chapter 3. So we're really only in the intro part. So we're only on the silent side of things. So, but we're going to get more into the echoes lives later on.
Yeah, I mean, and I think you mentioned 20 arcs, haven't you? Like before.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We've got a lot to look forward to.
Oh, actually, I should ask. So the reason you took this concept, which again, like, the reason you took this concept, was it because you wanted to reflect something of the real world, or was it just because you decided this is very interesting? I'll go with that.
It does play a part into the real world later, because with oppression, like, and power and authority, because even though it's like people are being oppressed by someone stronger than you, I always think like no matter in what world you are in, there's always an oppression of power. Just like how similar in our world, our power is in like money and government right now. So I still think it plays a part in like our world and the world in Echo. So it will go in deeper into that later on.
Oh, Arazan just said that he did the math of your decibel scale in Echo, but you won't like it. I wonder what he means. Like there was some.
Like I did do research with I did try to do some research with sound.
Yeah.
Because most of the kids can do 300 at least 300 decibels. And 160 decibels can rupture your eardrums, because loud sounds like firearms and fireworks can range from 120 to 150 decibels. But that's after a long prolonged amount of time, it causes loss of hearing. But
once it's like a whale screaming.
But usually the threshold of death is 185 decibels to 200 decibels.
Shit.
So, the loudest sound that has been recorded above sea is 194 decibels. And I believe it was calculated by the ESA at 240 decibels, it could actually make a human head explode. So that's why I thought 300 decibels, it would be very plausible to kill someone.
I mean, like, realistically, like, have people been actually able to do that sort of thing, though?
It's only been, like, calculated and experimented on, so it's only been calculated, so it has...
So theoretically...
it's only theoretically.
Yeah.
because even the loudest sound that's ever been produced is only 194 decibels above sea level.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bless you.
that's why I was thinking. Oh, it's my dog. My dog was sneezing.
Oh,
my
bless,
God.
bless Curry.
Bless him.
My dog's sneezing under my lap. But yeah. So that's why I thought 300 decibels it would be plausible until my dog is sneezing a
Oh
lot.
my god.
Don't worry
But
about it.
that's why I thought 300 decibels would be plausible to be able to kill someone instantly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
Makes
obviously,
sense.
like with that, I mean, theoretical, like, I mean, science like thing in mind, then you say that what if that was actually already possible, and that's kind of thing that you use happening in your world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, pretty much.
Because-
So, yeah, go on.
Because silence are just us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, then let's just see.
I love how she said that, and I was
so,
just
hang on.
like, it was a leading sentence. Why did you just stop there? No, okay, yeah,
No,
but
it's just us.
I'm like a math geek and a physics nerd. I really love when I see like good execution of some basic physics. I'm
Although
really,
we are stretching, we are stretching like possibility a little bit,
I
but
mean,
it is based off.
I want you to understand that in physics, when somebody says 44,000 and 40,000, sometimes we just consider them the same number. Just gonna say that and let you understand that that is the margin of error.
It is true. Like as engineers, like there's a joke like what is the value of pi? Like there's a joke that says engineers say it's about 4 or about 3.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Let's see. I mean, Glory Flare did ask like if there hasn't already been a sound boom cannon that can already explode heads. Is this in real life or something? I'm not sure. I'm looking at
the
the
sonic boom
chat.
cannon, I've
They're
never-
really.
I don't tend to look for stuff like that, but like what I love is the execution of it, and I hope like frequency starts playing a role in the sounds, because like high frequency audio is a lot more. The effects would be different from a really loud sound but low frequency than from a really loud sound with high frequency, and I just want to see how you play this because it's going to be real fun to watch.
But yeah, I was planning to get more into like the power aspect of echoes when we get into the next arc, which has been slowly getting there.
Oh, can you tell us when? Can you give us an estimate?
I still need to get through 2 more chapters, then I'll finish the intro arc.
Hey. But yeah, I think. Hang on. Oni was saying that there was like the people, the readers in the comments were trying to prove it before. Like, what? How bad was it at the time?
Prove what?
Like I think there was a reader in the comments who tried to do the research and the stuff.
Oh, I did say similar things to what I just said now, and then I put reference the website site references.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, what exactly was the reader saying? I wish I would reply on the one.
I wasn't sure. They deleted the comment after I ended up replying to all of them.
Oh, nice. But yeah, I mean, I think sometimes though, I mean, yeah, sometimes like if you want to like state something as fact, it's a bit worrying. But other than that, like it's pretty clear to most people that what you're saying here is, even though it's based off research, some parts of it are theoretical, like, and still very much works of fiction. So thank goodness nobody has tried to do like really loud that DB cannons yet.
All I know is the evil Concarne that's gonna do that is coming soon, and it's gonna be amazing to watch.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oh my god. Wait,
It's
now since
all
you
like-
said, now that I think about it, you said 20 arcs, right? 20 arcs. Are we gonna meet? Have we even met like a fourth of the characters? Is it gonna be Avengers?
No. This is literally like the intro arc. This is supposed to be only 3 chapters long, and I'm somehow hitting like 27 updates.
All I'm gonna
28,
ask.
27 updates.
Oh my god, is this gonna be Is this gonna be Avengers: Infinity War?
Oh gosh, there's gonna be a lot of characters. There's a lot of characters that I have planned out.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like, how are you gonna manage all of them? Like, we might are we gonna see like almost like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure situation where we shift the MC with each like different arc or something?
Don't worry. Some characters will die to balance it out.
Oh, I will kill them. Purpose moving the story forward.
Like-
Well, sounds legit.
Every question I go through that I'm about to ask is always just like, I know she's gonna tell me it's a spoiler, but I need to ask you this one, and I know you can just say spoiler if it's too much, but
Oh yeah, sure.
how dangerous is the newborn Echo?
Ooh,
Because
yeah,
in a world where like the average Echo produces up to 300 dB, and let's just accept that 300 dB will blow your freaking head off.
and it's easily reproducible above sea level in dystopian world. Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
dangerous is
They're not as dangerous as like an older child, because it's like when you play a the first time you're playing an instrument, you don't know what you're doing and you're not able to produce as good of sound,
Yeah.
but you still produce a very messy sound, which can cause like injuries to silence. So that's why it's very important for silence to know the difference between like a silent and an echo child.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are like orphans in this world, and like not everyone has a family. So that's why when they have to differentiate like the orphans or kids without parents, the silent symbol is actually very important, because kids that are silenced, they have a symbol in their eyes that glows until they're at the age of 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's really easy to identifiable. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
mm-hmm.
The theme I see you going for with this as we go along is like the fact that there is no such thing as a role in society despite what you're born with. Is this Disney Channel theme like what we're going for, or is that the Disney Channel theme we're accepting? Because like I'm happy with it.
It's pretty much also breaking out of the role that you were born with.
Yeah.
Mostly because the biggest one is like the role that is centered around the main character of the story. Mm-hmm. And I won't go too deeply into that, but that is a huge role into the story, which is also it's a spoiler too, but it does play a part into what Rain was saying in their most recent chapters.
Speaking about MCs, right? I think it was mentioned that you were going to have the MC male, and you ended up making it a girl.
Oh yeah, because I hate drawing girls, so all the cast was originally a guy. But I was just like, oh no, I need to break out of my horrible habit. I need to draw boobs. So I changed it to a girl.
Does that have an impact on like the story, like changing quite a bit, or did you was it still okay?
Some changes. There are some changes to it, just like I guess romantic aspects, but there's not too much romance that plays a part into this story, because I just mostly want to concentrate on character development. So in a way, it's just added a little bit of romance.
But that's supposed to like sort of supplement to it, not like drive the whole dang plot. Then
yeah. The majority of the story is still the same, whether she was a girl or a guy.
Oh, speaking of characters, look at that segue, guys. It's beautiful. Speaking of characters, how many of the characters are based on Michi? I could say based on real people, but I genuinely at this point only assume you talk exclusively to Michi. So how many of these characters are based on Michi?
No. Oh no!
Come on, please.
I actually based a lot of them on a lot of my friends. Actually, if you know, what a lot of the characters' names are also based off of my friend. If you know Yafel, he's the leader of the Echoes, and like the strongest person in the world. Yafel is actually my friend's name spelled backward, which is Leafy.
Hey.
Oh my god.
And then you will see other characters in the future that is also, if you flip their names backwards, are my friend's name.
Nice.
Oh my god. See, I'm going through the list now and just doing exactly that. Oh god.
Oh no, no. It's just like the current characters now
Yeah.
There are different reasons for the naming. Oh yeah, for Omo, I can't. One of my friends is named Omo, and I can't put her name as a name because her name flipped backward. Omo is Omo.
Yeah.
But I took her full name and I took Zenith Omocha and I flipped it backwards, and then someone's last name in the story you'll see later.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really it's almost Kingdom Hearts ish at this
Yeah.
point. Like, I mean, but except obviously it's not like the Kingdom Hearts actually plays around with the order and it adds like X's here and there because you know.
And also doesn't make us
so
wait 10
edgy.
years for a game.
Oh my
10
god,
years.
10 years.
Don't get me started. All right.
It's been 15 years.
No, because Kingdom Hearts 2 came out 2008, and now it's 2018.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then again, Square Enix also took like about 15 with Final Fantasy. So did they like 10? Like was it 15 years? I don't know. I can't remember at this
It was
point, but-
almost 15 to 20 years for Final Fantasy 15, and I was very upset. I waited so long. I'm derailing the conversation.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't know. I mean, it's all right. Like I mean, probably gone for a substantial amount of time, but at least it's not going to make us wait Square Enix levels for the next update. I'm sure.
Indeed.
So try not to overwork yourself. He said there's so many comics.
You are working.
Actually, all of my names are really. I tend to make very stupid names because my main character's her name is Rain Oil. It's because while I was putting gas in my car, it was raining. So her name is Rain Oil.
Dear.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
have people commented like in universe like how stupid those names are as well?
I know. Some people thought Rain was a pretty normal name, but it's only because it was raining while my car.
Rain is a
I
normal
was
name.
putting my gas in.
Rain, yeah, that's fine. It's
But
just
oil
like
is
Rain
not a
Oil.
normal surname.
Oh,
Welcome, Miss Oil.
If you know,
Miss Oil.
beautiful
Miss Oil.
last name. Don't make fun of her last name. That's so
Oh.
mean. Don't make fun of people's names. But there's Lilia is because it deprives of Celia because she's a different version of her. She's pretty much a different dimensional version of her, so that's why her name is Lilia.
Mhm.
But there's a character called Void. Michi might know this, but Void is a class function because I am a computer science major.
Oh my
so
god.
I named it Void.
I'm so happy that's why you did it. I thought it wasn't the
Yeah.
That's so good. Oh god.
Yeah. So that's why I literally named it Void.
Programming in
Avex
Java.
was actually from coding too.
Yeah.
I don't remember where it was from, but I remember I was coding and I ripped out half of the words of some sort of code I was doing, and that's where Avex is coming
It
from.
was probably an error.
No, Oni. Okay. Oni always make fun of this. Okay, so you know Lilia's cafe place. The name I call Lilac. Because I like to say lilac.
It's like-
I will never change how I say it. It's lilac to me.
Oh yeah, well, is it because English is a weird language? You look. at
Oh
things and you think
God. If
how
else.
yeah, and you think that you pronounce them like they sound how they're read, and then sometimes you're like, what? That's not how it works. So like even the word cough, right? The GH is like a sound at the end.
Yeah.
And it's like, where did that come from, right?
Like my thing I remember was most people probably don't know this, but in the UK there's a university called Loughborough, and in Loughborough there are 3 uses of OU GH, which are all different sounds. And for some reason they went, you know what we should do? We should put that name right at the front of every airport so that people know this university. Most people can't fucking say your name. What the fuck? Like, English is a confusing, strange language.
And I don't know, like he says your native language, like, or because I know you speak Vietnamese as well. So was it your first language or was Vietnamese your
Vietnamese is actually my first language, but even though I was born in America, I spoke Vietnamese first. So when I was smaller, I had like a very, very thick accent that you can faintly hear in my voice, just faintly.
Yeah,
but
faintly.
but just tiny bit.
Let's just
But
skip it.
I used to have a really thick accent because I would only speak Vietnamese at home, and I would just only speak Vietnamese. So I was yeah. But I also speak Japanese.
You also speak what? Japanese?
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh, nice. Like, I mean, like how enough like to converse without like the too much.
Yes. Just enough so I can RP porn with my friends.
RP? Okay.
No, just kidding. But
Don't you
wait.
fucking backtrack like that.
Oh, we were on Twitch, guys. We're on Twitch, guys. Come on.
Oh yeah. But I forgot one of my characters' name. I forgot to mention him, but his name is Glasses Frame because he's wearing glasses.
Oh wow! Like
Yeah.
call out your name as you see it. Like.
But yes.
Like I mean, I think we can universally agree that Hisek's got ways to name people, but I mean, but then again, the characters themselves are what they are. So the name is just secondary, I guess. At this rate.
Like even with with their names, like how they look is something I'm quite interested in. So I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound kind of dumb. In most anime, like all their hair is a lot of ridiculous colors, purely just because it's nice to add different colors to make everyone like recognizable. Why are all your character hair colors like not supernatural?
Similar?
Like,
not similar. No.
Like that's because like is the multicolor hair not a natural thing?
Yes, they're all the hairs in the characters in the story. Their hair are natural.
Okay.
But the thing is, because I just kind of like close my eyes and spin the color wheel, and that's how the color comes out.
So that means in universe.
Spins it like a DJ.
Oh my god, that means in universe they just go, oh, that's normal hair. It's not like, oh, that's the main character. Kawaii hair.
Some
like most people just have just random poop color hair, and some people have like they're just as bright as the sun. I don't know, man.
Well, just like
it's just depending on luck. It literally depends on luck. If I like hit the color when I close my eyes and I open it, and that's the color.
So it's pretty much like with the sound thing, comic logic, anime logic.
That
is right.
Oh,
yeah.
Since we just had to ask that question, I might as well just ask this one as well. Is there anything, because like considering stuff like that, I was confused. I wasn't sure if that was real in universe. Is there anything in your comic that your readers are constantly misunderstanding that you might as well just want to go like, hey, chill?
A lot of people think Rain is either like a half echo, half silent, or an echo in disguise, or something like that. But I do want to confirm she is 100% silent, and she is not an echo in any way.
Ooh, okay.
Dab on him.
Was there? Oh yeah, I think like speaking about like fans like who misunderstand things. I think there've been some fan theories that have come up, haven't they? Like on the webcomic itself. Like, wonder if you've seen any interesting ones so far, because we've got one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the fan theory that Rain has actually got the negate sound, but then I think that sort of stems from the thing that is, maybe she's half and half. So I'm not sure.
But yeah, but I do want to confirm to the fact that
no,
she is not a halfie or any sorts of things. She's 100% silent.
Oh, cool.
So we won't be expecting her to negate sound or what you will, right, in terms of power stuff, because she's.
For that, I will neither agree or disagree with that. You'll see in two chapters. You'll see it will be explained really in 2 chapters time.
Okay. So we can look forward to that.
Yeah. Since we've gone past. Oh, go on.
Oh no! She may be neutral, but you'll see something else that Rain has is a little bit different, in like 2 chapters.
Ooh. Okay. So more like watch this space kind of thing for Rain. Now that sounds cool. Should we start looking at like some of the other stuff that Hisei does, like especially like internet idol boyfriend Fundanshi and the contest stuff.
I will in like just one sec. It's just I wanted to ask one last question. If you were gonna redo Echo, what is the thing that you would really like, go full on change?
Yeah,
hypothetically, if you were to redo it.
I guess I would want to like condense the story better, because it just takes so much time just to get to the point the part that I want.
Oh.
And I literally like the latest chapter. I really wanted to get to the part that I want so badly that I tried to force the story, and I've stayed up for an entire week dying. My friends has heard me dying constantly over call because I was just like, I'm dying.
It's probably because it was the first webcomic as well, right? So I think like the first few chapters, you're fumbling your way around, like getting used to like work efficiently and how to write stories a bit more efficiently. So I think after, I mean, once you've done it the first time around, it's probably easier to learn how to condense it down.
Yeah, that's okay. I like that answer, to be honest. Is there anything else?
Very, very last quick one. The word echo is typed out in the title SECHO, like, you know, almost like an acronym. Is there a reason for it, or is it just because of the stylization? Just to clarify
it does spell out something, but that's when you will learn about later on. Because echo, the title echo, it does not refer to like the echoes that manipulate sound, but something else.
Oh, so it stands for something.
It's the origination of it, where the word echo came from the story, but then it started to refer the people who manipulate sound as echo, but the origination is a lot different.
All right, so we just watch the space then, yeah,
Yes.
to find out more.
We shall see.
Ooh, nice. Right then, I mean, you start us off with the other.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was reading something.
Yeah, we're reading more of the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I was
podcast life.
Yeah, pretty much. When it comes, I want to talk about the internet idol boyfriend.
We should just stress release comic so it's done like very
very simple. I love it.
Very seldom done.
It's very, very poopy. I have pooped all of the artwork through all of my concentrated powers, as I said before. It's just like I have there's like no not really any effort in my art, making the art look nice in that one.
Usually I'm pretty
I actually didn't think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did not think anyone would really like it. Actually, I didn't announce it at first because I just kind of posted it on the side kind of thing, and then some people found it because they searched up my name, and then they found the internet internet boyfriend, the boyfriend that is supposed to add on to the boyfriend collection in Webtoon.
Oh yeah, because like, you know how many Webtoon comics have friend and stuff like that. So wasn't there a joke at one point on Twitter, like who was it who changed all like the like a bunch of Webtooners comics to include the word boyfriend in them just because?
Why?
Yes. We made a meme. Well, like I think Michi, did Ivy or you did a compilation of like all of the names changed to boyfriend? I don't remember.
Full boyfriends, ex-boyfriend. So that's
boyfriend.
Yeah. Like re-boyfriend. Like Michi did it. It's like all the boyfriends. So I was just like, I need a boyfriend comic. I'm just gonna make one.
Instead of making a fake one.
Everyone's comic a boyfriend comic. So I don't know, like what is it about? I just want to know, like, what is it about, like, you know, this idol things and like, you know, boyfriend fantasy things that really get people going, especially like a lot of like young girls. I really want to know, like.
For me,
I guess it's the boom with K-pop.
I don't think it's K-pop. I think the thing about it that makes it really that people really jump on, at least the reason why like I know like I read that kind of shit, is because a lot of the time it's the main character is an impossible fantasy. So you kind of just go, I can't have it's never gonna happen in real life, but I can live vicariously through that character.
If you think about it, you never know if like the people you're talking to online is actually a celebrity, because you've seen like a lot of celebrities, they play video games too, and they go online and play too. But the thing is, you don't know if you actually met one on the internet and you just didn't know. So that just kind of stemmed from that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of. Yes, I mean one thing I think Ned noticed is that like now we probably have an explanation. Say like, you've told us about how you weird naming. I mean, the idol group is called Swogna, which is pretty much hang out backwards, isn't it?
Oh, it's it's an acronym. It's all of my friends and their names stuck together.
But it's literally Hangouts backwards. That's what I thought it was this whole time.
Yeah, like it's. I think that is quite a coincidence that all your name like initials stuck together also spells like Hangouts.
Yes. Okay, so the thing is, I do not have enough friends. So the
What?
the U.
Throwing Castle under the bus. God damn.
Wait.
You see,
So,
like I think you're gonna have one less
the
friend. Be careful.
Okay. I'm sorry, Kaza.
It's alright. Continue. The U.
Yeah, the U in Sugar Dog is, if you spell negu backwards, it's ugen, so that's neg. If you see the G, if you flip neg backwards, that's neg. And the N is neg.
So neg is in everything. So neg has like three times the entry.
I needed to multiply neg 3 times.
Oh gosh. Oh my word. And like, I do not have that. I think that's the most relatable thing.
Wait, okay, no, it's Hangouts spelled backwards.
This girl is gonna be the death of me, I swear to God.
Okay, let me say this.
Origins.
And the thing is, I forgot the origin of the name, so I was like, yeah, I probably just put friends' names in together, and then I was just like, wait, I don't have a friend that starts with a U or a G. Then we just made up an origin on the spot that is just neg 3 times.
Hisekii. But there you go. That's pretty.
I forgot. It really does spell Hangouts because I'm always on Hangouts with friends.
Oh my word! Oh, my jaw hurts, but this is actually funny.
Oh dear God. Okay.
I don't know. That was months ago.
Shadow, I love how Shadow's calling me out because I said this girl is gonna be the death of me. Yes, it's true. I am slowly whistling away in this podcast. It's only been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay. No, it's an hour of actual cast.
The thing the thing I did want to hit on though about the comic was it's very, because all you do is draw memes, which I'm not complaining, but all you do in the comic is draw memes. Because all you draw is memes, it kind of like oddly enough opens but it opens a very new angle for romance in comics for me. Because personally, most romance comics are too serious, or when they try to make jokes, they make really bad jokes. Like really.
Well, are you talking about like that? Not even as he says pickup lines kind of level of jokes.
Yeah, it's like it's jokes that are always like based around the fact that the character is too invested in someone. It's always like plot related, and because he's only drawing memes in a weird way, but it still manages to progress the story in a very strange way. Her like very out of place joke memeing is just, it's so nice. It works so well with romance.
Yeah, I mean, because I think I don't know about you, Hisei, but it's like a lot of like the like most fun relationships are built around like just shit posting and memes. I think in this day and age,
pretty much. So like it's pretty. I guess it's very interesting the way you even. I love the second chapter. So the second chapter when I just after it starts and then you're reading and it just goes, I made a new friend. He's more like a dog, really. Just like, what?
Oh no, he's just like a clinging puppy that no matter how much you like shoo him away, he always comes back and loves you and forget what happened like 2 seconds afterwards.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that, like that very strange kind of acceptance of someone. You know, that you don't have to deal with their shit, but you've chosen to deal with their shit. You know, that's sweet. It's sweet on the inside, really.
Death to all like the dramas that go like, love and romance has to be like that.
my
Like
God.
I
the
don't
way
know.
that they do it.
I don't know. I'm not good
Awkward
at doing
stares.
I'm not good at doing serious things. I like to draw derpy things. I've always liked drawing derpy things, which is why Echo is a challenge to me because I always want to default to making derpy things. That's why Boob came to life because it was supposed to be a serious scene. It's like a heartfelt scene where she like tried to cheer someone up with like some sweets. But then the thing is, while I was drawing the flan, I was like, it looked like poop. And then
You feel like poop.
It jiggled like poop.
Oh my
This
God.
shall be a poop chapter. And then that's what happened.
And that's how it got to boobs in the end.
How?
Didn't we? Like I mean,
How did
yeah.
she do
I
it?
don't
How
know.
did
If
she
you
do
look
it?
at it, it's like if you get the fly and you tickle it, like, blah, 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 and it's like, oh, it's okay.
She causes me so much. Oh my God. The anxiety
Oh,
levels
gosh.
every time you say something just
Net-
skyrocket.
Then you have to admit she has a point.
Oh no,
Lawns are
she has a
pretty tasty, like-
complete point, but that's not the point. It bothers me.
But no. It's like you don't understand. The flan has the softness and jiggle of a boob. Have you touched a flan? It's just like
Right.
touching a boob.
No.
Unless you have never touched
he said,
a boob.
he said it's not time for us to talk about boobs. All right, when we get
Okay.
there,
No, yeah. Let's.
it's me and you. All right, me and you. We will take over this podcast. All right, I don't even have to stop, but not now. This isn't the
Yeah,
time.
let's get through some of the comic. We also need to.
Oh my
Which is
God,
Okay.
you just cut out.
Which is like, sorry, we just need to talk about your latest one, loaded for like one of the first contest ones, but you know, toilet boy powers and all that.
I
I
love.
still can't get over it.
Yeah, I really like your art style. When the way everything looks like what I think watercolor would be what I would call it. I'm probably wrong. Correct me if I am. I just really like the look. And then when you drew the first chapter and I read it today, because I read it as soon as you posted the link on the Discord, right? I opened it instantly and read it, and I died.
Thank you. I worked hard on that. I tried really hard to finish it before this podcast so we could talk about it.
I love it.
I did not sleep. I did not sleep. I was trying really hard to draw the poop scene good. I'm glad you like it.
I love everything about it. I love it. I really hope that this the way the storytelling with this goes is very varied, because a lot of times there's a different comic different manga I'm reading right now that is about something quite similar. There's a boy who, when he turns 16, he would then reappear in several different stories and stuff to make a harem. Long story, but like that point is like in different stories he has different powers, and that story is not. It's not the powers like dynamic is never really explored properly, and I feel with your meme nature, you could really explore like the full different like regions of power you can go to, from like crappy powers to cool powers to like powers that are kind of dumb. You know, I really hope you can like properly just throw all the shit at the wall, not caring what sticks, just so everything can look really fun the whole way through.
I mean, speaking of which, like, how much of this have you got planned? To be honest.
Oh, okay. So I have thought of like I have planned out the entire series for the contest, because the contest I only have. Oh wait, I have it on my whiteboard. 9 chapters. So I only have 9 chapters planned.
But obviously, like in these 9 chapters, you have like got like parts of them, haven't you? So.
Oh,
are
yeah,
you just gonna... Because I think like with Echo, you had like parts of each chapter as an update. So is each update going to be a chapter, or is update going to be maybe part of a chapter?
Oh no, for the toilet one, everything is gonna be a chapter. It's not gonna be like Echo where I do split into parts. But because Michi brought this up, the toilet thing is actually based off of a true story.
What? I want to hear this story now.
Okay. So I tend to be in many situations where I get stuck on the toilet without toilet paper. So there was what inspired me to do this comic was one time I was at work, and then it was just like I was stuck on the toilet, and it was like no, there's no girls in our department, so it's just like I was stuck there. And then I was messaging Michi and Ivy, Karma. I was like, guys, I'm stuck on the toilet. Can you come and get me toilet?
And they don't live anywhere near you, do they?
No.
No, they don't. But then the one of the guy, he heard me scream, and then he's like, I can't go in there. It's a girl's toilet. I was like, I don't care. I'm stuck. Go get me toilet paper. And he's like, no, it's because I work with it's like everyone is a guy. And
You're the only girl.
Yeah, computer science.
I'm just like, no, there's no girls here. And then he's just like, I'm sorry, I can't go in there. I was like, I can't, I'm stuck on the toilet. And then he was just like, you have to run to a different department to find the girl to go get me toilet paper so I can go now.
Oh
like,
my word! I mean, usually,
What?
yeah, it's just that,
the
like
fuck?
most people usually check the toilet to make sure it has
no,
toilet.
no, you don't understand. It's just like sometimes it's just
Yes,
it's just
I know.
ready to burn. It's like if I
free
have like
poopers
waited
here.
another if I spent like a second to see if there was toilet paper, I would not be here today.
with a or you would not be here today because you'd have burst.
That wasn't the only
today.
time either. Even at home, sometimes I just go, and then I was like, "There's no toilet paper," and then I was stuck at home, and I had to call my dad or my mom. Is just like, "Mom, there's no toilet paper." She said, "Go use water." I was like, "I don't want to use water." It's like, "No,
Oh my
go use
God.
water.
think-
I'm at work."
You just sounded like somewhat Viet all of a sudden.
I'm loving
I know.
this so much. I have too many Vietnamese friends. This is worth it. This makes me
Oh
so happy.
gosh, no, use the sock. No, that's absolutely.
Everyone
disgusting.
knows that
God.
if you use the sock, you have problems.
Oh my word!
But
Why would you?
I tend to just zoom into the toilet because I don't really look at the toilet paper because like all your mind is trying to make it to the toilet before it just explodes. I actually had a friend who didn't make it to the toilet. I was just like, oh no, I'm so sorry. You remembered.
No, this isn't some war drama. You don't get to be like that. You don't get to go, I have some friend who never made it to the toilet. She'll forever be missed.
I know.
Press
I
F to
know.
pay
She
Press
was
F to pay
forever missed, but-
respect. Fuck. Jason.
But yeah, she never made it to the toilet, and I never heard from her since. But no, in all actuality, I really haven't heard from her. I really haven't heard from her.
Oh my word! How long ago was this?
I think it was like 3-4 years ago
What
since I've talked
the
to her.
Oh my goodness!
How is that the last story that you had with the last situation you were in with another human being? I wish my life interactions were like that because like every day would be fucking amazing.
He said your whole life is a meme at this point.
He said, "I'm loving this more than I care to admit."
Oh my
That's
gosh!
good. That's
Okay, wait.
good because
Wait.
toilets are the best. Toilets are the best.
I just
Even when I like visited like Stina, I was like taking pictures of toilets. I actually was taking a picture of the bathroom. I can't believe you took a picture of the bathroom. I was like, I need it for reference.
Because if you're gonna be drawing good toilets.
oh my fucking
Wait,
god.
is Tina saying that you guys walked by a toilet shop? What do you mean?
Yeah,
Wait,
we
this
walked by a
okay.
toilet shop and I was taking pictures.
This is
Is
fucking
this a toilet shop as in like they sell fittings for bathrooms like the tiles and whatever, or it's like it's a toilet shop that sells like toilet themed things? I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, I don't get it.
I don't remember. I just saw toilet by the window and I was like, toilet.
I think
It was legit toilets.
I'm just gonna
So-
say I'm gonna say this, and I'm only gonna say this once in my life. Those Japanese toilets that have like all the things on them, like 4,000 things, and they cost like $5,000, right? Those toilets.
Like the smart toilets.
Yeah, those super smart toilets. I had the chance to use them once. Look,
Oh.
guys, you all have to do it. Just go into a random expensive hotel, pretend you're a guest, get in a toilet in a room, all right? Get in a toilet in a good room because you just need to experience this. It needs to be
Well,
experienced.
you know what's
To be
bad
honest.
when you clog the toilet.
See,
Oh, so I
No.
don't know. Like, I think in
No.
Japan it's rare, right?
So we talked about how my friend, he's gonna be a plunger in the toilet thing, and I'm just gonna paste his face on the plunger. No, actually, we're debating if he's gonna be a plunger or a pole monster.
Oh gosh.
Mm.
But the things about like so they're saying things like the toilets that play water sounds while you pee, so that no one can hear you pee.
My favorite one is there's a toilet that lets you play from your Spotify playlist. And like the speakers are like right next to you and everything, and then there's this one that's got a tablet and it's got a phone sync situation, and you can sync your screen of your phone to the tablet, so you can like play Flappy Bird and listen to music and then like poop, and you can do it on a slightly bigger screen than your phone. And look, it's pointless.
Oh, I know, right? I know, right? The gaps in the bathroom.
We're talking about American public.
Look.
No, it's horrible. You can literally see someone pooping through through the cracks. You know how big that crack is? It's like the Grand Canyon, man.
You mean the underneath the door, right? Like
No. You know the crack where you lock it at. You can peek through that thing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
that's how bad American toilets are.
There's always like a 1/4 inch to like a 1/2 inch that you can literally see anything in like there. That's why if you ever like watch a movie, no one looks left. Just don't. No one looks right or left. Just don't turn. You don't want to see the wrong thing.
Oh my word.
No, actually, I'm going to specify that in my toilet comic later on. You will see.
So you're gonna make references to like some.
You know the Grand Canyon, the really open, wide space. Yeah, you'll see it soon.
Oh my gosh, why are you like this?
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I got you.
I've got a limited lifespan. You better do this quick.
Grab someone else's life and take it.
Shit. What? No, that's illegal. All right.
Anyone can no.
Okay, Kaz, I need you to go through your serious questions now. I'm ready for the real conversation. I'm ready for what everyone came here for, and I need you to go through your last serious questions now. Kaza, is Kaz dead? Are we gonna have to get you?
Kaza.
Okay, we're gonna have to.
Oh, GG.
I think Kaza has been murdered, so we're just gonna.
Yes, Kaza.
Right.
Kaza.
Hello. I'm sorry, my mic died all of a sudden. I'm not sure. No, I was going to. I know that's actually what happened. Sorry, I just had to reset it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask this like really last question, like you're sitting or squatting, which is better. But then you said you wanted to do serious questions, and we don't have that much left because we sort of like have time for the audience Q&A and also like Boob review.
I'm just making sure. All right. So I cut down the number of. Okay, so since you're done, I'm gonna start with Boob review. Welcome everyone to a temporary and only one episode segment we're gonna call Boob review. I wish I did a graphic for this shit. I didn't have time. Boob review. It's like meme review but better.
Okay. Are you gonna put like the pictures up on
all
screen,
the pictures are
streams?
prepared to be shown. Don't worry.
Okay, we'll also show Hisekii on our Discord.
Yeah, I need to literally send all three of these. So Hisekii, we're gonna go through 3 very unique boobs. Now there would have been 5, but the original 2 of them refused to load properly, and I'm not playing this game. So so there are 3 original boobs. So the first boob we're gonna go through today is.
Okay, you just put it on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna put it on Twitch now. The first one we're gonna go through today is from this is again, everything is completely okay. This is from a comic I've been reading recently about shogi called 81 Dive.
Okay, can you put it on the Discord so you can see it?
It's on the Discord. It's on the Twitch. It's called 81 Dive. Now, I want you to tell me, he said, what would you rate this boob? Now, I'm giving this boob. I gave this boob when I saw it a 6.5 out of 10, maybe a 7. I'm a very strict boob reviewer.
I don't know. Those kinds of boobs, like most of the times, if you see those kinds of boobs in color, they're so shiny, it's like you can pop them with a needle. So, would that be a needle popping rating?
Would you? I mean, I don't want us to give it I want us to focus. Like, give me the proper boob, and we can talk needle popping some other time. Me, you, we have time. We know each other. You have my Discord.
How would you rate? Rate out of a 10.
Give me your out of 10, straight up.
A 10.
You're giving that a 10? You think that's a 10 boob?
It's a 10 boob.
Alright, cool. Let's move on to the second boob of the day. All right.
So boob set.
So
Yeah,
this
you
is
can't just have a single.
so this is from a comic. This is from a comic I read called S Study. Now, S Study.
Oh,
I know you read that shit. I know you read that shit.
No. That reminds me of Stina boobs.
Oh.
What? Oh.
So now that we know something about Tina that we never thought we would know, can you please give me your rating? When I read this, I gave this boobie about an 8 because
A 10.
it's perky and ready. You just give all boobs 10. This woman.
Well, she believes in boob equality. What are you
Boob
saying?
equality.
Oh my
Boob
God.
equality.
No, every boob isn't the same. Some boobs are better.
10. No, it's 10.
No.
You hoe.
Just call me a hoe. Okay, now we're on the last boob. This boob is from the comic Monster Musume, which I've never read. This is from the cover of the first chapter.
Man, what is?
Now,
Then what is this? Like what?
I'm calling
big
the-
boobs.
I mean, Kaza, I'm
Boobs are
getting the
big.
quality. All right, I get the
This
best boobs.
No, you're being boobist. Why are you all getting big
Of
boobs?
course.
We're the man boobs.
She got you there, Nan.
Look,
We're the man boobs.
I'm gonna.
Where's the flat boobs? You're being boobist. You're only doing big boobs. I see what your type is.
I'm so ready to say. Look, I'm gonna say this now, Kaza. I'm ready to say something to cause a full war. I'm so ready to
Where's the
say.
flat chest?
These are for because like the way that the shirt is like wrapped around the boobs is a bit unrealistic or what? Or what?
Kaza, did you see that?
What?
Did you see what I typed? Did you see what I typed?
No, equality.
I
for
didn't see.
boobs.
I didn't see it. No,
Where's
you're
the
supposed to
man
Oh,
boobs?
imposter.
You only think where's the man boobs?
Nancy's flatness is a sin.
I didn't
guys.
say
heard
that.
it
You
here.
have no evidence of this.
Yeah, you deleted it, but I saw it on the Discord.
No
He
one
said
saw
flatness is a
anything.
sin.
No one saw anything.
There should be equalities for all boobs. You're being a boobist.
I am indeed boobers.
Including male boobs, like the moobs, alright?
I mean, look.
So, yeah,
there are not enough moves.
You know those who become like when they become old, they're gonna be saggy raisins that hit like reach your hip. You don't know they're gonna be saggy raisins. They're all gonna touch your hips.
Oh
mean,
gosh,
look.
yeah, she's
Yeah,
a point.
what about Hanzo's boobs? Huh?
I mean,
He has good boobies.
I'm not a big fan of the Hanzo look. I'll be legit, right?
A handle.
Hanzo.
Equality for male boobs.
Dad is now a brother.
Yeah, well,
Dad is now. No.
You see what they say now.
Look, son, I'm from a different time, and back in my day, that was what we considered the. Please take. I should go back to being dad. Everyone knows this. Like it's just.
Oh, Jotaro. Where's my Jotaro boobs? Wait, Jotaro. Where's my Jotaro boobs?
Yeah,
Man,
you see, underscores is on my side.
Guys, hold on.
Underscores is on my side. All right, he goes thick thighs save lives, big breasts save the rest. All right, everyone knows big boobs are the only way to go. Just saying.
Oh gosh. All right, Dad. All right, Dad. I think we should now move to like the audience like questions because because we are like coming up to the end of it.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if you have more questions, feel free to send them in. Like I've got some right here.
Yeah,
So,
if you do still have
I'll-
questions, please send them in so that we can go through. You're gonna do the thing, right, Cass?
I'm trying to get the visualizer. I'm just
Should
give me
I-
just give me a
should I-
moment.
Should I talk about this?
Should I
Oh.
talk about what? Oh, while I get some of these things set up, you just quickly talk for a couple minutes about Fundanchi, maybe? I don't know.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's actually fudanchis are pretty much guys that like yaoi.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Oni, she accidentally spelled it as fundanchi, so we kept the name as fundanchis to make fun of her misspelling for the rest of her life.
Really?
Oh, gosh.
That was it?
Pretty much.
Yes.
You know, for someone who has such well planned out work, you have the strangest reasons for doing things. I respect them, I like them, but God damn it.
No. Wait, the story of the fundanchis is actually Neg's comic. It was supposed to be her own comic, but she asked all of us to draw male versions of ourselves so she could used as characters in the comic. But then in the end, most of the time, me and Omo collabed a lot for their comic. But pretty much everyone has drawn a chapter in that comic except her, even though it was originally her comic.
What the?
Oh gosh.
Wait, what? Okay, so
That's
what?
funny how that works.
Okay, sure.
But then no, it's just our friend groups with our inside jokes and our interactions with each other, and mostly because we are bums and we do birthday presents with each other by collabing.
I mean,
All
that's
right,
fun.
then.
That sounds really fun. So,
Okay, let's go on to the actual question. So I'll pop them up like as I mentioned them. So Doris Jeff One Dill Pickle says, can echoes use their sound powers as vibrators?
Yes,
Now,
they
be really
can.
careful.
why do you people ask these kinds of questions? You see, look, I'm not super family friendly, but I like staying on Twitch. Please. I mean,
You guys.
there's nothing wrong with it. As long as you didn't like draw a vibrator with ASCII, I'm not even gonna complain. Fuck it. Go on.
Yeah. Like I mean, it's just a hypothetical thing. I think that people
Sure.
just wanted to know, but it's not even going to be covered in the comic. I'd say it's probably just part of the world building.
I feel like
Okay,
this is Hisse we're talking about. Hisse, can they be
Yes.
used as vibrators? And if
Yes.
so, do you draw us? Is there a possible scene where they are used as vibrators?
I
Please
could
no.
do it, but it's for Patreons only. Probably, or just friends.
Or she's got the right idea. She's got the real right idea. I am so proud of
This
you.
is why Hisse has more patrons than us, because she just knows what to draw.
Okay, so hang on. So Sarah's dream has also asked, can low frequencies get to a certain point that they could kill you like high frequencies?
Yeah, they can. They can. But the thing is, why silence they don't die from it so far because of the choker on their neck that's regulating all of the frequency, whether it's low or high frequency, to a decibel where their bodies can handle. That is why none of it is hurting them at the moment.
Oh, so there is already like some like these defense mechanisms built in.
Yeah. The SPG is pretty much the headphones are used to like regulate the sound for their ears, and the choker is supposed to regulate the sound for their body.
I mean, in real life though, like can low frequencies though actually like have the potential to harm or kill somebody? Do you know like in your research have you come across stuff like that? Like, cause we talked about like theoretically researchers say that if you go above a certain decibel level, you could kill somebody with a high dB level. But how about the low ones? Like, do you know?
I think this is you can.
I mean,
But
it's
I've
technically
researched
possible. It'll probably be something like it vibrates your heart, so because the frequency is so low, it's the same frequency as like some tissue in your body, and it kills you from like that. You know,
Yeah.
There's gonna be something. Low frequency could cause arrhythmia. Yeah, so like that's why I was even thinking. I think a really low frequency with your heart probably just like vibrate your tissue in an off way. Yeah, there it is. Thanks for that, Arazan. You saved my life.
Hey. Okay, so Ivy did ask before he left, can someone use the echo abilities to beatbox fight? Because I want Heisei to write an entire rap in the middle of a fight.
Oh my god.
She's gonna do
But
it.
yes, because beatboxing is still producing sound. Because there's like I said, you will see like different ways people manipulate sound later when we get into the echo arc, and there is actually someone who will do that later on.
Oh my god, the beatboxing brain buster. Like that would be the greatest thing ever.
I actually thought like different characters to different types of things that produces sound, so you actually see a lot of that later on.
Please call him the beatboxing brain buster, just please. Please.
I really would like to see a beatboxing like thing happen in the comic for sure. Yeah. I don't know, this is from me personally. Like, I mean, any advice you would want to give to someone making a webtoon for the first time?
Well, don't give up. Keep on going, even if you're dying. You just do it, because sometimes you're just like distracted by everything in your world. But sometimes, no matter what it looks like or how poopy it looks like, you just have to like push it out with all your power, just like a constipated poop. Because like the thing about webcomic is to persevere and keep going. Just like even if that poop is just halfway there, you just have to push it all the way.
Oh gosh, we're back to the poop analogies, but I like it because this analogy is the shit. If you would pardon my
Oh my
language.
god. Am I the only one not jumping in on this fecal fun time?
Oh.
Like.
Good grief! No, well, then it's. I mean, we have to like make fun out of it. You gotta admit.
You got it.
Okay, so Shadow Monster 2020 does ask: has a silent ever beat an echo in a fight? Also, has a silent killed an echo? It might be spoilery, but has it happened?
That's a spoiler. I will not say more on that.
Ooh, that would be interesting. Right. So Doris is also asking again that they are making a collab for Koma with manga with friends. So any tips other than the keep going one that you mentioned about four comas, or like collab ones, like any tips specifically for those?
Well, the fun thing about doing it with friends is just pretty much enjoy yourself. Just sometimes those inside jokes that you have with friends is like collaboration of like your friendship. I don't know. It's mostly have fun, go for it. And
I mean, obviously, I mean, the first iteration of a joke is maybe like sometimes it's really funny then, but then you might want to like slightly rework it for other people too.
As the resident comedy guy right now, I think, because I don't know, I'm gonna take that. But I'm gonna tell you, when you make a joke like you think is really really funny with your friends, I want you to take that joke, go and find people that you don't like, tell them that joke. People who don't like you. Sorry, I said that you don't like people who don't like you. Tell them that joke. If they laugh, then that joke is fine. Or if at least if they don't hate it, that joke is fine. But if they don't, then that joke is too inside, and anybody who doesn't know you will never understand it.
I don't know. I think even if people don't know if it's just an inside joke, like the main thing about webcomic is just having fun. It's just like how the Fundanshi thing is like mostly just inside jokes. But the thing is, we have fun with it. Our friends can look back at it and just like laugh at it too, because it's just like the best. Even for just doing comics, just think about like the best thing in life is just to enjoy life and have fun what you're doing, and don't stress out too much.
I think it depends on how like commercial you want to make your comic. If you want it to go big, obviously you can't really go too niche. But then if it's just for yourself to practice and enjoy and like as a keepsake of your memories together, then just go for it. Like the improvement will come with time and stuff like that.
Indeed.
So
Indeed.
you use it as a stepping stone to like learn your comic skills and all that. Okay,
we'll do a better chapter on like comic stuff again, because I know there are people who are still looking at comic. Jello, if you are watching, forgive me. I'm moving. I made a mistake. Just gonna say that and move on. All right.
What happened?
She sent me a comic thing, and I was moving and I forgot to look at it for like a week.
You should have told me.
I wanted to DM you.
About
like,
this.
when she DM'd me that, it was like really late. Like when I finally got to it in the morning, I was like dealing with landlords and stuff, so I did not think about anything.
You should have told me. So guys, I mean, just a quick plug. Like we do like shows here on Twitch where we do help out with what I mean. We review your pitches or like your initial like storylines and character sheets and stuff.
We'll
and
probably turn
even
into
like we'll probably turn into like every now and again, like because we don't just do author interviews. Like the last show we did talk about like doing webcomics for contests and like how to have a good pitch, like refine your character designs and things like how to structure your like layout too. Because I mean, even though there's tips out there, some like for the vertical format, there are not as many resources, so it takes a while to get the hang of. And we do some reviews on that because Nen's editing for people. I also edit for people. So that's one thing we can help out in. Right. There's a question from Service Dream, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put that up right now.
But just adding to that a little bit.
I just added it. Yeah, I just put it up there. So what about?
I just like to have fun.
What about animals? Are there echo animals?
Yeah, there are animals in the story. If you see, like there were cats in the couple last episodes, and there was like a squirrel in the episode before. There is a reason to the animals later on that will be specified, but that is also a spoiler.
Okay.
But there are animals, but there is also a reason why they're there. Like they're not affected.
Okay, cool. That makes sense then. Okay, that's from Oni. What is your cup size? He said.
Well, Oni already knows it, so she doesn't need to ask me that. Well, I will specify one thing. If you know what size Tina is, that's me too.
Oh my gosh, you lucky girls. You lucky
Wait, do you know this?
Vaguely.
Am I the only one that knows nothing?
Well, you haven't cared to ask, but then again, it would make you.
That is the most lecherous question to ask in the world. Why would I ever do that?
It's okay, Michi. You'll get to know at AX. You will get to know very well.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Shadow Monster 2020 has a question as well, but it's for us apparently.
Oh.
Question with Dad and Kaz. Well, look, everyone's calling you Dad now. He's Nen, but you know,
my name is
call him Dad.
It's
anyway.
fine. How do you guys get the podcast up and going? All right. So basically, what happens is I take several orphans and then I sacrifice them to the god Cthulhu. After I do that, immediately all of my stuff forms into a computer. Now, once this is done, this is the tricky part, guys. Once this is done, I then sit down for about half an hour and write jokes. Kaza doesn't even know. Even Kaza doesn't know I do this. I write jokes before every show. I have like.
Why do you write jokes for every show? I mean, you just be there. You're the joke already.
Well, fuck, shit.
It's okay, Nan. We accept you for who you are.
But yeah, I actually but let me be more serious. So, to get the podcast going is relatively difficult. In terms of finding the people to do what that you can work with and doing stuff. When it gets past that point, it's pretty simple. For stuff like this podcast, this kind of stuff, it's more around. How do I put it? I really like us to have it a little bit more loose, talking to the people instead of like drilling them. Because there's a podcast I watched that is basically just drilling someone into like with questions over and over again. Don't make a dirty joke, he said. Stop.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I think if any one of you are thinking of doing a podcast, I'm gonna just tell you the most difficult thing to find with a podcast is its topic. After that,
yes.
Once you've done that, you'll be fine.
My job on the podcast, like from its first incarnation when Nen was just the one who owned it to when Nen now like took over and also did the hosting and more work. Yeah. I originally came on to moderate it, so I'd help like to ask some of the questions, keep time and all that. But since staff changes have happened, the format changes, we've sort of gone through it and decided where we could keep and like take away things. We still do want it to people to learn a bunch about the comic process, the people who make them, bits about their favorite comics that they don't see in the Q&As and stuff.
If you see anything we cover and you think we're missing something, like there's a romance chapter that I'm kind of working on, Kaza knows about, but I'm kind of working on. That I'm writing.
Talk about romance, yes.
Yeah. So I want me and you to sit down and talk about romance. We'll probably do it on this other version of the podcast we're working on. That's a lot shorter and more just me and her shooting shit. Mm-hmm. We just finally edited the audio down to a reasonable level. So I'm gonna do the After Effects for that today and put that out. So you guys, and thanks to like our really great editor who keeps me out of the fucking ground. So that's the only reason we can get anything done.
And also like I'm the one who talks to the guests who we get on, like in terms of like the authors. I prep them for the format. I mean, we have some very lovely like producers who also help us a bit with the research and coming up with talking points. So it's not just Nen and myself.
The reason why she does that is because I am a computer science student, and maybe Hisa has got over it, but I still have terrible human interaction skills.
Yeah. Well, Nen has. I like this interaction. I like to stay home and bum and look at hot guys.
Hisa, you and I would have so much in common. We need to hang out. Me, you, and like In-N-Out Burger. All right, we need to do this.
Oh God. It's too far.
So I mean, we should take a quick moment to actually mention our producers. I mean, especially for Nen, he's had the assistance of his friend Ink, like who's been instrumental in helping us structure some of the questions for today. So yeah, thank you so much, Inky, for what you're doing as well. And
and thanks Scarlett for not abandoning me halfway through the editing process.
Yeah, a quick mention should go to Sprinkly and Cheesy as well for chipping in later on during the process.
None of these names
Yeah,
are real
well-
people. They're all figments of Kaz's imagination. But let's just
Oh,
humor.
will you please, then? Will you please? But yeah, so there is. I mean, so there are like a few of us who are working like more on the show, and then like with a little help from other people here and
Yeah.
there. So that's pretty much how we
Oh,
get podcasts up.
And Zebra 4, who draws literally fucking everything.
Yeah, exactly. So shall we like quickly cover some of the last audience questions because we're running out of time?
Yes, I want to
and,
cover those. I've already put one out. From Captain Dark Matter 1. How loud is the bleed from ambient sound produced by Echo Society into the atmosphere? And does this affect the way infrastructure is created? So basically, he's just going, like, the sound bleed. So, like, the amount of sound that they make doing their shit, does that affect the way the universe's, like, buildings are made and things like that?
Yeah, there are actually the materials of all the buildings are made differently
Yeah.
than everything else because it's to protect from the structures from destroying.
Oh.
There was actually a name of like a soundproof material that I did. It's also the material used for SPGs. Because that's also why most of the buildings are still intact after like the explosions of sound. I
That makes sense.
believe. And
Right.
it also starts to affect the environment too. So which is why it's more of a cityscape than there's
Yeah.
not as many.
So that's just to dampen the noise. Okay, that makes sense because like when it comes to like sound, either high frequency or low frequency sounds that loud, like even a fucking cake is at risk.
Oh gosh. Then we have a question from the Hub Discord that I do want to put up.
Oh,
and,
put that up. Discord button.
Oh yeah, Franklin did as well. Can Echo stop bullets? And if so or not, can silence by guns?
That's a spoiler. I'm actually holding that one off.
Okay.
We will probably get.
Can't have a revolution without guns. Who's this person?
Oh. Hell if I know.
I guess it's a bit of a spoiler, but we will get very deeply into that later on.
Well, at least it's good that we've got that. Like, do you want to ask that last question from Dark Star as well, then?
Sure, I've got this one. I just want to put it on the display. But from Dark Star Sama, Hisekii, how long do you suspect Echo to take to finish?
Till the end of my lifespan.
Oh my god, please don't make that so fucking morbid. Till the day I die, you will draw Echo.
I don't know. We're only on like the 3rd chapter in my script and I have 20 arcs planned and I'm like, yo, it is taking longer because I don't know. It's shorter when you write it out, but when you try to draw out what you write, it's just like 10 times longer than it is because we're really only on chapter 3.
Yeah.
And there's about like 10 to 20 chapters per arc.
Okay.
And we, even though I spent a year, I'm still on the intro.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take quite a long time.
Oh, there is one last question I personally have that I didn't put in. The clothes that the characters have, I think Avexes and SPGs. Like, what can you tell us about that? Because it looks really. I'd say it looks different, if I remember correctly.
Oh no! Avex doesn't have an SPG. SPGs are short for like silent protective gear.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
SPG in the Southeast Asia, especially in Singapore, sense was entirely different, which makes me laugh.
I genuinely read it and I thought you were trying to make a Power Ranger joke for like 5 minutes.
No. It's short for silent protective gear.
Okay, cool.
So what Avex has doesn't it's not actually, it's more of an amplifier. It's not, it kind of like controls his ability.
Okay.
Because you can see like there's speakers and there are some wires and there are a reason why there's black boxes into his jacket. You will see more of that later on, but his outfit is actually used to maintain his ability and to control it to a certain extent.
Okay, that makes sense now. Okay, now I get this. Okay, cool. That's something I just wanted to check.
Okay.
I think that all the screaming that your characters do in that in your comic must really bring on an appetite.
I'm hungry as well.
Exactly. It kind of makes you feel really hungry. God knows how hungry those people are. But they wouldn't be hungry if they actually ordered from Tokyo Treat and got themselves a Japanese snack from the world's leading provider of Japanese snacks to foreigners. Now, if they provide delicious things like sweet sake Kit Kat and peach cola. Trust me, I tried it. It was quality stuff. If you want to get yourself some of that stuff, how don't you head on over to the website or use our link, and when you get over there, type WCHUB to get $3 off your first premium box. Trust me, you won't regret it. Also, and even if you don't like the stuff that they send, you can order the next box, and it will also be really good. Oh my god!
Yeah. Well done, Ned. That's a really good shout out for our sponsor right there. But yeah, we do. And
also, if you think that everything that they have is kind of meh, you want something more art based or more listening to me and Kaza droning on in outtakes, you can check out our Patreon.
Yes,
Patreon.
Please.
With our Patreon, we have some basic stuff. And don't worry, guys, we will expand the number of rewards for any of the Patreon subs, any of the Patreon sections. But do check it out. See if you like something. See if you think we should include something, you can tell us something that would make you more likely to drop $1.
We can pay our lovely artist Zebra because she is kindly doing a lot of this.
Yeah, indeed. And if after all the stuff and after checking out our art, you're feeling like reading some good quality content, I suggest that you head on over to webtoons.com.
Man, oh my god. No, but seriously,
let me finish. I got this. I suggest you go to webtoons.com and Google and search, and in the search bar type in "transported into another world with my toilet powers." That way you can find a great comic by a great artist called Hisekii.
Actually, check out all of Hisekii's comics, but obviously the transports it to another world with my toilet powers because that one is the shit.
And maybe you've got a friend you want to tell us about. Maybe you've got a family, or maybe you just forgot everything that happened today. Don't worry, a log of this will be kept on YouTube, on our YouTube channel Webcomics Hub, where we also have other content that we're currently always working on and changing and adding new stuff to. So yeah, I just shilled 5 times in a row. High five me.
Congratulations. But if you want to stay in touch with us, in a more casual manner, you can always check out the Webcomics Hub Discord as well, and our Twitter page, for the Hubcast.
Yeah.
You can always send us suggestions, if you want to be featured as well, and you're a creator, and do let us know because we are always looking for people to invite on to interview and have some fun.
If you know a creator and you want them and you like them, make them come here by force. Drag them from their rooms.
Ned, come on! I am a pacifist. I'm a pacifist. Please.
Yeah.
But yes, I think so. The Discord link is provided on our channel description, so you can look at it over there. But obviously, Ned's just brought up on the bot. I think that's pretty much all the time that we have. So, Hisei, do you want to say any last words before we sign off?
All for boob equality. Believe in the booflan within your heart.
Boob equality.
So I don't know. Not even to all your readers and people listening today.
Yeah, no. Thank you for coming and listening to me die. I am just a sack of dying potatoes on the stuck toilet, but I appreciate you guys for listening. Dying. It warms my heart, and I touch your.
It was quite a fun podcast to have Hisei on, to talk about.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everyone who came before, I loved seeing all the guests before, but I've been looking forward to the Hisei one for the longest time.
Thank you.
Only because of boobs.
Yeah, boobs. I came for the boobs.
Yeah.
Someone did ask something about Tao really quickly, but yes, I also love my panties, boy. Panties for life too. Okay.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry we didn't get questions about the story and all that, especially because the last ones of them came at the very end of the question and answer portion, and we have already gone 1 hour and a half of actual show, and then there's also the 30-minute pre-show. So I think we should wrap it up, and everyone can get some dinner.
Okay, so
or rest for then.
So thank you guys, thank everyone for showing up. Thank you
Yes.
for coming. Remember that there is going to be a recording of this here, recordings on YouTube. And if enough of you actually want it, I will start uploading an RSS feed for people who want to actually listen to that. Just comment that on the YouTube, or comment that here, or comment that on the Discord, and we'll check that out. We're also working on a website and stuff, so, stay tuned. We've got shit coming. But till the next time, yeah.
Wait, the next time, yes. We have got Jello on 2 weeks from now.
Yeah,
Jello,
we have got Jello, so I've got to get her thing done before she kills me.
Yes. But yeah, so until then, until then we've had Hisekii on here, and this is Kaz.
And I've been Nen.
That's been Dad, Nen. And thank you all for joining the show.
You've all been awesome.
Thank you for coming.
All right, then
guys.
take care. Until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.